So first of all, good morning team and a very warm welcome to the TriTech software training program. So thanks everyone for taking your time out and joining this session. And this training program is basically for Oracle Fusion Financials and conducted by TriTech Training Institute. And my name is Abhishek Kumar and I'll be the trainer for this training session. Now, let's begin with the presentation here. So hope you guys able to hear me loud and clear.
Yes, Abhishek.
Okay, and I have shared my screen, so is it visible to you guys?
Yes, we can.
All right, thank you. Thanks for confirming. Now let's begin with the session here. So as you can see here, so the program is conducted by TriTech Software Training Institute, and this is on Oracle Fusion Financials, and this is a Oracle Fusion Financials Cloud demo session for the financials. Now, as you can see here, this particular training program in which no coding is required, right? So as a part of this training program, you'll be trained on a product where we have no dependency on the coding. So that makes this training program suitable for all students who are from the IT or who are not from the IT background. So even if you have knowledge on the IT or you don't have an IT background, that also makes this training program suitable for you. And the key objective of this training program is how to land on a high paying job as a beginner without coding knowledge or non-IT background, right? So just here for your information, I would like to highlight that in this batch, we have a mixed match of population where we have freshers who have just completed their graduation or post-graduation, and now they're planning to start up their career in the field of IT or in the ERP domain. Also, we have as a part of the population some of the experienced persons or students who are already working uh, as a part of the ERP domain or as a part of non-ERP domain, right? And who want to either switch to the Oracle Fusion Financials or who want to start their career in the ERP platform. And for the students who are already working in the ERP platform, maybe now they want to switch as a to Oracle Fusion Financials. They want to learn how the Oracle Fusion Financials work, and they want to upskill their experience. Now, let me move to the next part. So, a quick introduction of myself. So, my name is Abhishek Kumar. I'm the trainer for this uh, training batch. And about my working experience, so I'm an Oracle certified implementation consultant, right? I have overall like 12 plus years of experience in Oracle consulting. And during this tenure of my work experience, I have worked in more than 10 plus end-to-end implementation projects where I have implemented for various businesses, as well as I have also worked in various support projects for Oracle Fusion Financials. And as far as the legislations or the regions that are concerned, where I have worked with, so I've worked with clients in US, UK, Middle East, Singapore, Australia. So these are the different region where I've worked. I have provided these solutions. I have worked as a solution architect, as an implementation consultant, and as a support consultant. From the training perspective, I've also delivered a corporate training programs with more than 13 plus clients. So these are the corporate training programs which were conducted by various businesses who have actually implemented Oracle or were using Oracle. So to upskill their employees or to make their employees experience with the Oracle Fusion Financials. Now, during this tenure, I have worked at various organizations, including the Big Fours. So I've worked with Deloitte, I've worked with Oracle itself, I've worked in EY, PwC as a Oracle implementation as well as support consultant. So in different roles, I've worked with. All right. So I'll just quickly give an introduction of myself again here. So I think I've covered here about the legislations where I work with. And as I was saying, I have delivered the corporate training program, which was conducted by various organizations who have implemented Oracle in order to upskill their employees as a part of Oracle Fusion Financials. And I have worked with various organizations like Deloitte, Oracle, EY, PwC as an Oracle consultant, implementation and support consultant. Now, from the certification perspective, I have done various certifications which are offered by Oracle University. So mainly around the Oracle financials. So across different modules, various certifications that are offered by Oracle University. So I have completed those, and I hold as of today, I hold multiple Oracle module certification. So this was a quick introduction about myself. Now, some quick do's and don'ts, some recommendations as a part of this session. So we have a fixed agenda as a part of this meeting, where we'll be discussing across that agenda, and we'll try to cover the agenda within the given time frame. And as this meeting has already been recorded, right? So there is no need for students to record the same from your end, right? We'll be recording from our end, and we'll be sharing to all the students once your enrollment process completes. Now, during this meeting, you're requested to keep yourself on mute so that we can effectively record the agenda of the meeting that is being discussed in the class. And any questions that you have, so we have a dedicated slot available for question and answer round where you are free to ask all the questions related to this training program. And also, our admin team is in the meeting, so they'll be happy to assist you offline as a part of the session. And any queries that you have in between the session, so you can use the Zoom chat option where you can place your question, so that at the end of the session, one by one, we'll be able to cover those questions as the part of this demo class. Now, a quick review of the agenda that we are going to cover today. So we'll start with the introduction of ERP. So what is an ERP? What domain is it? And in this domain, how Oracle has worked and how Oracle has developed a product which is known as Oracle Fusion Financials, right? So this is important, especially in order to make the fresher students understand what this domain stands for, right? Then we'll have a discussion on the ERP architecture. What is the overall architecture of ERP and how Oracle fits in this architecture with Oracle Fusion application. And we'll understand as a part of the agenda what is Oracle Fusion application. Alrighty, so let's continue here. So let's begin with the agenda of today, and let's first understand the overall concept of ERP, right? So as the name suggests, ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning, right? So what does it mean? So what happens, team? So every business process management, right? So every business that runs, so in the back end, the business has various processes, right? So let's say, for example, a particular business is involved in manufacturing activities or production activities. So it has various business related processes that has to be taken care of, right? So it can be process related to your supply chain logistics, your manufacturing related operations, or your commercial related activities, your reporting related activities, your financial related activities, right? So all the financial related transactions and all your human resources related activities like maintenance, details of the employee, uh, calculation of payroll, etc. Right. So there are various form of activities or different types of activities that has to be undertaken by various businesses, right? And as a part of these activities, there was a requirement that there should be a single application which is capable of handling all those activities effectively into one single software, right? Before that, there were multiple softwares which were available in the market, and each software was able or capable of handling only limited set of activities, right? So let's say there were some of software applications which were available in the market which were able to handle only financial activities, then separate application which was available for supply chain activities, separate for manufacturing activities. So at the end, it was getting difficult to maintain all these activities effectively in one platform, and all the at the same time, uh, the integration of these activities, right? So integration means there was no common platform where we can extract the details or extract the reports from these different softwares into one common platform, right? And that actually resulted in the demand of an enterprise resource planning or ERP software, right? So then the concept of ERP came into picture where the attempt was made by various companies to develop an app software application or software which were capable of handling multiple business processes under one platform, right? So if you talk about the ERP concept, so overall concept is ERP is one such umbrella where business is able to handle all the critical business processes under one application without any dependency or with negligible dependency on some other application for maintaining their day-to-day business processes. Now, in this context, I would like to highlight some of the examples or some of the top companies which are available in the market who actually worked on the ERP and have developed their products and which are currently running in the market. So you have Oracle at first, right? So Oracle has its own ERP product, which is very well working in the market from last 10 to 15 years, right? Then we have SAP, we have Iris, we have Microsoft Dynamics, right? And then we have IFS, right? So those are multiple marketplaces which are available in the market, which are owning and operating various ERP products, right? Now, if you see, this is the ERP, this is what we mean by ERP, right? But if we further move down in the ERP architecture, so that is where we will understand how the overall concept is related, how in the ERP domain Oracle entered, and what Oracle has to offer as a part of the ERP domain. Okay, so here as mentioned, ERP. So it's a business management process software. So basically, it's a software, it's an application which manages and integrates company human resources, financial, supply chain, operation, manufacturing, and reporting activities. Right. So as I mentioned, each business or every business nowadays will require some application which can maintain all these activities related to their businesses, as well as it is should be capable of meeting their reporting requirements, the management reporting, the internal reporting, the external or statutory reporting requirements, right? So the expectation is there should be one application which is able to meet all these processes. And that is where, as a part of the ERP domain, Oracle entered into the picture and it has developed one product in the ERP platform. Now, what is Oracle or which company? So, just a quick introduction about the Oracle company. So, it's an Oracle company which is like Oracle rested in the name of Oracle Corporation, rested in US. So, it's a leading organization involved in the development deployment of the ERP solutions, right? So, it has developed various ERP solutions and currently those ERP solutions are available in the market. It is highly in demand, highly used by various business organizations. So mid-size, small-size, and large-size business organizations. So they are effectively using the ERP solutions which are offered by Oracle. Now, the product that we are going to talk about today is Oracle Fusion. So Oracle Corporation has developed a product called Oracle Fusion. And what is this product? It's a product or a software application which is developed by Oracle, and it is one of the leading cloud ERP products available in the market globally, right? So two terms that I've mentioned here. One is the leading cloud ERP product, right? So ERP product, it belongs to the ERP platform and it's a cloud-based product, right? So cloud-based product means this is a product which is accessible over the web, which can be configured over the web, which can be operated over the web, right? Over the web means through internet. Now, as a part of Oracle Fusions, there is something called Oracle Fusion Financials, right? So the product Oracle Fusion is a part of the ERP domain, and within ERP domain, it has many subject areas which is supported by it, right? So it can be a supply chain, manufacturing, human resources, financial, and the topic or the subject area that we're going to discuss or we are going to cover as a part of this training program is Oracle Fusion Financials, right? So as a part of this training program, we will be covering some of the modules or some of the subject areas for Oracle Fusion Financials, which will help the companies or help the business to effectively record their transaction, to effectively report their transaction. So right from the configuration and after configuration, right from recording the transaction up to the reporting of transaction is something that will be covered as a part of Oracle Fusion Financials. And last here, business implementation. So who actually is going to use this application? So under ERP, we have Oracle Corporation who has developed a application called Oracle Fusion. And under Oracle Fusion, we have Oracle Fusion Financials. But basically, who all are going to use this application? So basically, here we have various business organizations, right? Small size, mid size, large size business organizations who actually are looking for using the ERP because of their dependency on various business related activities or various business related processes. So they become the actual users of the Oracle Fusion Financials, or I can say Oracle Fusion application. So hope this ERP architecture concept is uh, meaningful here, right? And now you're able to understand where we are in the ERP domain, which company is involved, what kind of application is involved, and under this application, what is the which subject area we are going to cover as a part of this training program, right? Now let me move to the next part, which is evolution of Oracle Fusion application. So it's just a brief how the Fusion application, which is developed by Oracle, has evolved, right? So here Oracle Fusion application. So initial launch was done in the September 2010, and which means that the application was developed by Oracle Corporation. Initial launch was done, and later in the year 2011, the application was made available to the open world. Like globally, it was released so that various business organization can subscribe or can get licenses of this application so that they can use this ERP application for maintaining their business processes. Now, as a part of evolution, what happened, how this application got developed. So this application is a combination of various features and functionalities, which are the best in that those type, right? So when this was developed, so the best features and functionalities which were available in the market or which were accepted globally were combined in this application, and later on, the best platforms together in combination was introduced as Oracle Fusion application. And this particular application is the cloud platform, right? It works on the cloud platform, right? In comparison to the previous versions or previous options that were available, which were more kind of on-premises application where the bulky software has to be implemented in the machines or in the server. Now this is more on the cloud-based platform. So where you just need to have a machine and you need to have internet connectivity to get going with this particular application. Subject to like you have subscribed with this application and all. So this was about a quick introduction what Oracle Fusion application was. And here is a pictorial representation of how this application got developed by combining the various platforms, the best available platforms in the market, the best activities. So before like kind of like 2006 when the development of this application started, so there were various business applications which were available in the market, which were not on the cloud platform, but traditionally on the on-premises mode or offline mode that were available. So there was some application like Oracle e-business suite, which were the best in the market in the procurement and financial solutions. PeopleSoft Enterprises best in the human resources related solution. JD Edwards, Siebel. So multiple products that were available in the market. So that were taken over by Oracle and then were combined or integrated tightly into one single application, which was later known as Oracle Fusion application. So just a representation here. Now, in the next part, let's understand what is Oracle Fusion Financials, right? So if we go down into Oracle Fusion Financial, what it consists or what are the benefits, key benefits or insights of this application. So the first point I'll start with here, which is integration of financial functions, right? Now, this is how we need to understand this integration of various financial functions means. So, as a business, if I'm running a business, so there are various financial functions that I need to perform, right? So, these functions can be related to my supplier related activities. So, I'm procuring something from my supplier, or I'm doing some kind of expenditures, right? I need to make some payments to my supplier, or from the revenue side, I'm selling some kind of goods, or I'm providing some kind of services to my customers. I'll be receiving money from my customers. Then at the same time, I'll be doing activities related to my banks, right? I'll be preparing my bank statements, performing the reconciliations, right? And also additionally, I'll be maintaining the fixed assets calculation of depreciation and all, right? So there are n number of financial activities which has to be taken care as a part of the business, right? Including the calculation of taxes and all, right? Now, this particular application, Oracle Fusion, and within this application, the financials, is a tight integration of various financial functions, including your accounts payables, receivables, general ledger, planning, fixed asset, or expensive, various other modules. So depending upon the nature of business, the application has been developed, keeping in mind the global practices that is being followed, right? When I say global practices, means all different types of financial activities which are applicable to different nature of business, right? So let's say, for example, the financial institutions may have their own set of financial operations or financial functions to be performed. The manufacturing business have their own set of financial functionalities to be performed. Then you have the retail business, they have their own set of financial activities to be performed. So keeping all different sectors or business sectors across the globe in mind, the application has been developed with a tightly integration of all different financial activities, right? And now on the basis of this application, whenever a business wants to use the application, they'll be selecting what all activities are applicable to them, and accordingly, they will be using the Oracle Fusion financials or Oracle Fusion application. Now, next one is here support for compliance. Now, when I say that the application has been developed keeping in mind the various business functionalities or business processes that are applicable across the globe, so all business processes which are applicable across the globes, right? So if you try to divide different business processes region wise, right? So what happens here is, like, let's say some of the activities which are applicable for the US region, some of the activities which are applicable to India, some of the applicable to European region, right? So at the same time, the business operations are subject to regulatory requirements, right? So there can be various compliance requirements, like both internally and externally, right? So those compliance are also kept in mind while designing this application. For example, when we perform various financial transactions, we do various financial related operations. So it should be as per the applicable accounting standards, as per the applicable international financial reporting standards, right? So various regions may have their own financial reporting and accounting standards. So Oracle has made sure that in this application, all the functionalities are compliant with the applicable regulatory and statutory compliance requirements, right? So keeping that in mind, the application has been developed. Now, number three here, unified financial health view. So initially, the application is used for recording the transaction. That's the initial purpose of the application. But at the same time, there is a very important aspect that the application should be capable enough to give the overall financial status of the organization, or it should be able to reflect the overall financial health of the organization, so that it can help the management in better decision making. Also, it reflects the transparent picture of the overall working of the organization. So is it something which is taken care as a part of this application? The answer is yes. The application comes up with the reporting tools, with the seeded reports. Seeded means predefined reports which are compliant as per the accounting standards, which gives the overall financial status of the companies. So that as a consumer or as a business owner, I can take effectively, I can understand what is going on across the organization. I can take effective decisions based on that, right? Fourth one, the very important one and very recent one, which is AI driven enhancements. So here, I would like to highlight that initially, when the application was developed, when there was no concept of AI, so it was developed keeping in mind the users who will be using the application, they need to, uh, they need to apply their skills in order to perform various business processes. But nowadays, as you see, now we have AI, which is getting embedded into various application, various business processes and all. So in this step, Oracle has also uh, done the same thing where it has to a certain extent, and it's again a continuing process. So it has embedded the AI features in the application. And what is the reason of doing that? The reason of doing that is to minimize the dependency, right? Minimize the dependency on what? On the regular task, right? Or to automate the task to the extent possible so that minimum efforts can be put on by the users, right? Now, does that mean that there will be no user involvement? The answer is no. The AI has been introduced so that the efforts which are put by the users previously can be minimized, and at minimum efforts, maximum outputs can be generated, right? So one of the example is automation in the process. So previously, all processes were manual. Now, with the introduction of AI concept and machine learning concept, to the extent possible, the process are also made automatic in the application. So these all features, quick features, are available as a part of Oracle Fusion Financial, and these broader features has been kept in mind while designing the application. And also, here, I would like to suggest that this is not one process which has been taken care initially while developing the application. It's an ongoing process. So every time Oracle release new upgrades on the application, takes into account the new features which are required globally, right? And also if there are any redundant features which are no more in use, so those are moved out of the application. So it's a continuous process where the application is evolving, keeping in mind today dynamic business requirements. Now, let's try to understand what is the market position. So what is the current market position of Oracle Fusion or Oracle Fusion Financial? Because this will help us to understand that what am I going to expect out of this training program? What is that which I'm going to achieve as a output of this training program? So part of the Oracle Fusion Cloud ERP suite. So it's an ERP domain related product, Oracle. It has a very high demand across industry. So as I mentioned initially, so the product is developed keeping in mind the various business activities, not only financials, but also the other business related processes, the critical business processes which happen in day-to-day business scenarios. So keeping that in mind, the application was developed. And because of this particular reason, the application is high in demand across various industries, various sectors. And that is where the job opportunities which are attached to it also gets increasing, right? So if the product is high in demand, definitely the trained users are required in order to operate the application. So more demand means more job opportunities here. And this particular application is flexible and scalable, which means that this particular application, which is Oracle Fusion, is suitable not only for large size organizations, but also for mid-size and small size organizations. So depending upon their needs and requirement, the application is scalable, which means that whatever you want to use, go with that, right? So previously, what used to happen, you have to buy the whole package or whole application in the industry. So it was a very costly thing to happen. But nowadays, the concept on which Oracle works is pay as you use, right? So if you're required to use only some limited set of activities or limited set of business functions, so only license for those or subscribe for those business functions and pay only for those, right? Which in turn makes this application suitable for all small, mid-size, and large-size organizations. The next advantage which makes Oracle one of the leading softwares available in the market is robust reporting capabilities. So as a part of this application, Oracle has made sure that it has introduced the key reports which are across the globe are acceptable, right? Across the globe, some of the key financial reports which are in daily use, those are made predefined or available in the application. At the same time, the application comes up with various reporting tools where the users or the business, based upon the business requirement, can create their own reports, right? So robust reporting capabilities are there in this application. So it is helpful for the businesses not only to record their transaction but also effectively report their transaction as per their applicable business standards, right? So it is capable of generating various internal reports as well as various external reports, which is in compliance with the various statutory requirements. Now, adoption by mid to large enterprise, so as I mentioned before, which is like due to the flexibility and scalability of the product, various organizations are now free to use this product, uh, which means this product has been made suitable, keeping in mind the various business requirements of small, mid-sized, and large-sized business organizations. And that is where it's a kind of advantage to all the users or all the consultants who are looking for the jobs, because more the use of technology or this particular software in the market, more the job opportunities with this product. Now, quick overview of some of the industry, some of the key sectors which are the key users of Oracle. So if you see here, very widely used in the IT sector, even in the healthcare industry, hospitals and all now very widely use Oracle. In hospitalities and tourism management industries, very widely used. Telecommunication services, one example that I remember for telecommunications in India. So we have Bharti Airtel Limited, which also works on Oracle Cloud only. Then from the financials perspective, we have various banks. Your EU Small Finance Bank, we have working on Oracle Fusion Financials. Then HDFC Bank is working on Oracle ERP, right? Shipping and logistics companies are also widely using the Oracle product, right? So FedEx is one of the example. Then some other sectors also using this particular product, right? Now these are the key industries which I mentioned here. So apart from that, even the other sectors are widely using the product. And why we have mentioned it here, so these are some of the top leading sectors in the country or across the globe. These are the some of the top leading sectors. So you see the quantum of activities, quantum of transactions, huge quantum of transactions, right? Huge volume of transactions are there. And the system is capable of effectively handle all those transactions and all the reporting requirements. So some of the published numbers are also mentioned here, just for reference. Now, next, let's understand the key features and benefits of, especially from the financial perspective, right? So when we're talking about the training and financial products, we should be understanding like what are the key features and benefit that is something we should be expecting as out of this product. So first is comprehensive functionalities. So comprehensive functionalities means the application has been developed keeping in mind all the business activities, and that too in an integrated manner. So the application various develop with various business functions. All are integrated. A seamless integration is involved so that minimum manual dependency or minimum efforts can be put on by the users or the actual business owners, and maximum output can be achieved. So the overall objective is to provide more efficiency in the operations, and keeping that in mind, the product has been developed. Then second part is the advanced analytics, so more on the reporting side. So here various reporting tools along with the predefined reports has been provided. So to the extent possible, the predefined reports can be used, but if there is any additional reporting requirement, so multiple tools, reporting development tools are there, which are capable of handling the simple reports along with that the complex reports, right? So simple report is something that is okay, but complex reporting requirements are also can be effectively taken care by the inbuilt reporting tools, right? And so it comes as a part of the application. And as I mentioned before, the AI machine learning, so rapidly Oracle is introducing the use of AI and machine learning in various business processes. The reason is to automate the process to the extent possible so that minimum effort can be put by the user to achieve the maximum output. And global compliance support. So depending upon the region in which the application is used, so for that particular region, the global compliance, the statutory requirements are kept in mind while providing the solutions in the application. And at the end here, as a part of key benefits and features, the application in comparison to any other platform or in comparison to the previous versions has been developed keeping in mind the user friendly experience or user satisfaction. So if you see the application, now it is more user friendly, more easy to use, where the navigations and everything are pretty standard. So need not to remember anything, everything which is there in the system. So from one point to another, it is like self-explanatory where the processes are listed. You just need to use the process in the effective way as possible. So it is more kind of self-explanatory thing than where we need to remember or learn something. So more user-friendly forms has been developed, easy to use, easy to remember. Now here, I have given a like kind of differentiation between Oracle Fusion and the previous version of the application. So some of the key differences which will help you to understand the key insight of the current product, which is Oracle Fusion, in comparison to other products available in the market, or in comparison to the e-business suite, which is the previous version of the application. So we'll start with this first, which organization. So your Fusion application is developed by Oracle Corporation, and this is the product in which we'll be having the training. Then in comparison to the e-business suite, where there was the previous version, which was also developed by Oracle Corporation, right? So as I mentioned that we have mixed match of population where some of the students have already worked in the ERP platform, but in the older version of the platform. So just to give a quick difference between the two to understand like what add-on advantage Oracle Fusion have over the existing application. So this differentiation has been made available here. For these freshers, you can read it as a FYI for your information and especially concentrate here on the Fusion application. So this will help you to understand the overall insights about the Oracle Fusion application. Now, deployment mode. What's the mode of deployment? So Oracle Fusion works on a cloud platform only, whereas the previous e-business suite used to be work on premises. So heavy machinery work was networking requirement was there in order to get this working. Whereas now the Fusion application, which is available on cloud, so you just need a machine, you just need your credentials, user ID and password, and an internet connectivity to access and operate the application. Deployment model. So this particular application Fusion is deployed as a software as a service, which means the whole software is already developed, provided by Oracle. And now from the business side, you can configure based on the requirements. So whatever requirements you have, based on that, you can enable the functionalities, configure the functionalities, and use the functionalities. Where was the previous version was available as PaaS, which means the whole application has to be developed, right? PaaS means platform as a service and also infrastructure as a service, where the whole infrastructure has to be set up in order to use the previous version. Who is going to maintain and upgrade the application? So now it is with Oracle. So Oracle is responsible for maintaining and upgrading the application. So always, this is where you know the point that whether timely updates will be done or not. So this point is taken out because Oracle has already predefined schedule of maintaining and upgrading the application, right? So quarterly upgrades happens with the application in comparison with the previous version where it is the business or internal IT team used to perform all these upgrades, right? And it was a huge dependency on the team where the dedicated team has to be involved and deployed in order to perform the maintenance, which is now taken over by Oracle. So is a separate installation is required for this application? So again, the answer is no. In case of Fusion, it's a web-based application. Just you need the credentials, URL, ID, password, and all. And here the previous versions, yes, there was various installations which has to be performed before using the application. When we talk about the cost, so the Fusion cost is lower in comparison to the previous version, and which in turn makes it suitable for various business organizations, and in turn the requirement for different consultants or different users is also rapidly increasing just to maintain or to operate the application. Which application is more user friendly? So Oracle Fusion has been developed keeping in mind the user friendliness, and that's where, in comparison to the other version, it's more user friendly. And deployment timelines, like in how many months or what is the standard timeline of deployment of Oracle Fusion in any project, or any project you mean to say any business. So in how many months or days a product can be deployed and it is can be made available for day-to-day business operation. So standard timelines which are given for Oracle Fusion is 3 to 4 months, whereas in comparison to the other product, which was initially 1+ years at least, which was required to be there in order to implement the application. Then is it capable of integrating? So sometimes what happens is there are multiple applications which are used by the business, multiple softwares which are used by the business. So is that a possibility where your app fusion application is capable of integrating with various other softwares? So the answer is yes. Integrations options are available, and it is less complicated because nowadays in Fusion dedicated tools has been made available where the integration with the third party software or third party application can be done with minimum time and effort, right? Whereas if you compare it with the existing application, it was more complicated process and time consuming process. Any kind of customization which is applicable? So less customization is applicable in Fusion, right? And why less customization is applicable? So if you see here, the application has been developed keeping in mind the global business practices or the standard business practices which are applicable across the globe. Okay, so which in turn makes the application at par with the global business standards, right? And therefore the customization option is made available on a lesser side. So it is like more emphasis has been done on using the standard business practice, which in turn will help the business to manage the business activities in a better way, in a more standard way. Now, scalability, whether the product is scalable depending upon the growing needs of the business. So is this product scalable? The answer is yes, very much scalable depending upon the growing business needs. So that is something which can be done. Whereas in comparison to the other online other platforms or the previous version of the platform, which it was complex to achieve because it involved a lot of cost to upscale the product. Data security, one of the very a good feature, which is data security, and one of the very important concern of various businesses, like how the data security will be made sure. So here, Oracle takes into consideration, or it has developed the the um, the best in the business data security policies, which make sure that the your data is maintained in a more secured way in comparison to any other platforms, in comparison to any other application, right? Because in other application, as the data maintenance was done internally, so the chances of data leakage was more. But now, using the highest standards available across the industry, the data security is made sure by Oracle, as the maintenance done by Oracle itself. So these are some of the key features of future Fusion application, right? And in comparison to the existing application, if you have got a chance to work in the existing application, so a quick comparison between the two. Now, let's also see some of the screenshots I have here. So it will help you to understand like some of the like how the application looks like and what are the different subject areas which are available in the application. So as I mentioned, that this training program is for financials. So if you see here under enterprise resource planning, we have financials, and within financial, we have various subject areas, right? But at the same time, you have other subject areas also because at is it it is an ERP platform. So as it is an ERP platform, it covers all the critical subject areas which are applicable to the business, like human capital management, your enterprise resource planning, the enterprise performance management, industry-wide solutions, customer experience, supply chain management. So various subject areas are available and in the application, and you what business need to do, they have to subscribe these subject areas depending upon what solutions they want to uh, use, right? Here. So here, one of the listed one is financial, and this is where all financial related modules or financial related subject areas will be made available. So a quick screenshot from how it looks like in the Oracle. Now here, different subject areas which are there in Oracle application. So that is something which I mentioned. Now, especially we'll be concentrating here on financial management. So in financial management, we have general ledger as the module, right? So the terminology that we use here for various subject areas is module. And so general ledger is one subject area where all the journals or the all the accounting entries are stored. Then we have accounts payable where all your supplier related activities are taken care of, like supplier invoices against procurement of goods, procurement of services, or performing various expenses, making payments to suppliers. Then you have your asset management modules where all your asset related transactions or maintenance of your fixed asset registers takes place. Also, calculation of depreciation as per the business policies can be done here. Then you have collections and manage payments where all the supply related payments, customer related collections are taken care of. Then you have your accounts receivable where your customer related activities like revenue invoices get generated, the payments received from customers are taken care of. Then you have one module which is cash and expense management. So in cash management modules, all your bank related activities like maintenance of your bank statement, bank balances, reconciliation of your bank statement. So all those activities are taken care of, right? Now, what I'm trying to explain here is that depending upon the various subject areas or the business processes which are common in nature, right? So those are grouped together into one subject area called the module, and accordingly it has been listed. So supplier activities will be done in supplier accounts payable. Asset related activities will be done in asset management. Cash or bank related activities will be done in cash management. Customer related activities will be done in uh, accounts receivable and all. Right. So like that, various modules has been introduced here as a part of the financial management. And are we going to cover these as a part of this training program? So answer is yes. We will be covering various modules as a part of this training program. So again, there are different subject areas: human capital management, procurement. All these are various different modules which are available in the respective subject areas. Now, what are the modules that are available? Right, a quick glimpse of that. So from the financial side, we have various modules which are available. So we call it as, or we divide it into two sub areas, which is uh, core modules and other modules, right? Core modules, what are the core modules? Core modules are those modules which are mandatory to implement in order to make get your financial suit working, right? So in every other business where you are going to implement or where you'll be seeing the financial suite which is implemented as a part of Oracle Fusion team, so you'll be seeing these core modules which are available. So what are these core modules? You have general ledger, you have accounts payable, you have fixed asset, you have accounts receivable, you have cash. But apart from that, there are various other modules which are also made available. And especially you'll be seeing these modules implemented only in case where the business do have the specific requirements to use this module. So core modules anyways will be there, but additional modules will be there only in case specific business requirements are there. So some of the examples, quick examples here: intercompany modules. So if you are implementing multiple companies and multiple companies interact with each other, that resulting into various accounting transactions. So that is where you have separate intercompany modules. Then expense management modules, which will be there in case the various business related expenditure done by the employees, and then they will be claiming those expenses from the business. So those transactions are very well maintained in the expense module. Then you have your tax module. So it's a separate module. So in case the indirect taxes are applicable, so that is where your tax module will also be implemented. Then you have similar other modules like revenue management module, lease accounting module, joint venture module, depending upon the specific nature and requirement of the business, whether to implement these modules or not. But core modules are something that you'll always see as part of the Oracle Financial Suite. Now, So this is on the integration with the other application, a quick overview on this. Let me skip this for now and let me show you something here. Some real world applications here. So real world applications means how the product will be helpful in the real world applications or from the business perspective. So first, this product is helpful in optimizing your cash liquidity, right? So how it will help you to optimizing your cash liquidity. So as a part of the system, when you have all your inflow and outflow of cash related transactions very well maintained in the system, and there are reports which will upfront will tell you that how much of the cash inflow you should be expecting in the upcoming days, how much of the outflow you should be expecting in the coming days. So based on those kind of reporting tools, it will help the business to maintain their cash liquidity. They can deploy more cash or they can take out the additional cash which is there in the business. So that is very good feature of the application. Then risk management, right? So using various tools, reporting tools, the risk management process can be made effective in this application, and that will in turn will help you take operational decisions in a effective manner. And ultimately, if we are implementing any application, right? So that is where we will be, or business will be looking for return on investment, right? Whether the particular application is giving me a return on investment or not, right? So there has been successful case studies done across various organizations, which has made sure that yes, with the introduction of Oracle ERP application, the return of investment is something that can be calculated. So whatever has been invested, whatever has been saved as by the introduction of this application is something that is measurable benefit out of this application. And because of this, these kind of reasons, nowadays the increase in the market for the product has the increase in demand the market has been rapidly increasing, right? And that's where the opportunities across the globe has been increasing, right? So not only in India or not only in US or UK region, across the globe, you'll see or a usage of Oracle Cloud Platform, Oracle Fusion application is increasing, significantly increasing, and that is where it has resulted into so many job opportunities. Now, let's try to, yeah, find out. So here, a flowchart representation that I've given, right, in order to understand how various modules has been integrated. So there is one term that I've mentioned that, financial application has been designed keeping in mind various business processes, and all business processes are tightly integrated with each other. So seamless integration is there, right? So if you see here, the general accounting module, right? So all your accounting related to various business transactions sets here under the general ledger module, right? And these accounting may flow from various other modules like tax will have its own accounting transaction, asset transaction will have their own accounting, payables will have their own accounting, cash management will have their own accounting. So all these modules has been integrated with GL so that the accounting entries or the transactions that are stored here, those are recorded here. The accounting flow can be transferred to GL. So based on the GL's various financial reports, trial balance, and other related reports can be extracted for taking effective decision or to understand the overall financial performance of the organization. And also at the same time, these modules are again integrated with itself. So your expenses module is integrated with payables, your payables is integrated with assets, your payables is integrated with cash management, right? So in this training program, what we'll try to do, we'll try to understand the overall integration, how the individual module works, how the overall integration works, and how effectively business activities can be managed here, right? Now, moving to the next part, specifically in context to the training program. So, what exactly we are going to cover as a part of this training program? So, these are the subject areas that we are going to cover as a part of this training program team. So, if we talk about the specific modules that are going to be covered, we have general ledger, we have accounts payable, we have fixed asset, we have accounts receivables module, we have cash management module that we are going to learn in this training program. And when I say learn, So I don't mean that how to use the module from the front end as a user. That is not I mean. I mean to say we'll be learning these modules in detail, which means right from the scratch we'll learn how to configure or how to enable these modules, how to enable various functionalities, and at the same time how to use those functionalities. So the mode of training will be a kind of practical approach. It will not be kind of theoretical approach. It will be more practical approach where we will be using the application as an actual project implementation, where we will be doing various set of activities that we do in real time business scenarios, that how to implement the project, how to offer the solutions, how to configure the modules, and later how to use the modules also. So it will be a very detailed training program team. And apart from these modules, additional things that we'll be covering in this course is how to maintain the security of the application, how to make sure that security is maintained, how the approvals in the application works, how the so various level of approvals are there, so how that can be done, that we'll be covering. How we can use spreadsheet data loader for loading up the data. So bulk data upload is also something we'll be covering here. So spreadsheet data loader, FBDI loader, those are for bulk data upload. And then we'll be having a overview of the reporting tools. So some of the reporting tools which are available in the market, not market, in the application. So we'll see how we can effectively use those tools to generate new reports or the user-based report. So in turn, right, this overall program will help you to understand the core financial modules, how those can be implemented right from the scratch, how it can be used from the front end, as well as also the admin related activities across the application, how the admin related activities can be done, how the data can be uploaded, how the reporting tools can be used, how the approvals and security functionalities work in the application. So all these will be offered as a part of this training program. Now, again, an important topic. So, especially from the fresher's perspective. So, if I have enrolled this training or if I have done with this training, what is the outcome of this training that I can expect? So, as a part of the outcome, right, what happens is, as I mentioned, the product is very high in demand, and this demand, I can say it will continue for next 15 to 20 years down the line, because the application is in line with the current business requirements, the dynamic business requirement. It has embedded AI features, right? So it has made the attempt to cover all the current business requirements, also the upcoming business requirements, right? And that is where it is being now rapidly in use by various business organizations. And more use of the application means more job opportunities here, right? So here we have a representation of various roles that you can expect in the market as a part of the Oracle Fusion Financials training program. So first we have Oracle functional team, right? So roles available in the market for as an Oracle functional team, which means the user or the students who know how to operate the Oracle Fusion Financials. Then Oracle technical team means all the users who know how to configure the application or how to provide the support on the application which has already been implemented. And the end user application. So end user application roles are also equally available. So those are available in the companies who are actually who have actually implemented Oracle, who are using. So that can be your banks, communication companies, IT sector companies, right? So all those companies who are using the Oracle software, so there you can also expect the roles as an end user, right? And within the roles, what are the different work profiles that you can expect? You can expect as an implementation consultant as a work profile, right? So implementation consultant means a consultant who actually implements the product or application for other businesses, right? So in this training program, the course has been designed where we will be giving you details or educating you on the configuration aspect. So once the you know how to configure the system, so you can apply for the implementation consultant role. You can apply for the support role as well, right? Where the companies who have already got the application implemented, so they have their dedicated support team who takes care of the application and takes care of the various business solutions to be deployed, right? So there we have these roles like implementation consultant role, support role, and even nowadays one of the very pretty much work profile is testing consultant. So if you know how to use the application, so various organizations have the role of testing organizations or profile of testing organization, where they hire the consultant just to perform the testing over the applications that they have implemented, right? Now, these roles or these profiles that I'm discussing here, right? So these are offered by various companies, but at the same time, so this specifically I would like to mention, at the same time, you also have the uh, remote working opportunities or contractual working opportunities, so kind of freelancing opportunities that you have in the market, right? So apart from the companies who are like hiring students on the job roles here, there are also companies or contractual companies which are available in the market who take care of the freelancing opportunities, where you can freelance your services to multiple organizations at the same time. So those are also very well available in the market. Now, a quick overview on some of the companies which are involved here. So, if you see the product which is developed or the product selling companies, Oracle Corporation, and the service providers, means the companies who are actually involved in the implementation of this product for various business organizations. So, what are those companies? Which are those companies? So from the service providers side, you have big fours who have their Oracle wing, who actually implements Oracle to various businesses for various businesses across the globe, not only in India but across the globe. They implement. Then you have Oracle Consulting itself, who implements the product for various potential business owners. And then you have IBM, Infosys, and other marketplace, right? So these are some of the key players or some of the big size organizations who are involved in providing services or implementing the Oracle. So in turn, they have their own team of consultants, right? So the job opportunities you can expect out of these companies, or not only these companies, but also various small size and mid size companies who are in partner with Oracle, who actually implements Oracle for various businesses, right? So what I'm trying to say here is, like, from the service provider point of view, right? There are many companies. So you can Google it out. You'll see a whole list of companies who have partnered with Oracle to implement this product to for various businesses across the globe, right? And in order to implement the product, what they need consultants who know the Oracle product, right? Know the Oracle means from the functional side, how to use the product, from the technical side, how to configure product. And that is how this course has been designed, to provide you both functional as well as technical knowledge, right? So hope you understood like what are the expected roles and what kind of organization that you can expect in which these roles can be provided. Now, let's also view the training plan. So we are we have designed this course keeping in mind that the training program will take around 70 to 80 hours, and keeping that in mind, we have divided the training plan into various modules. So this is how we are going to uh, perform the training, right? So in the first 2 to 3 weeks, we'll be covering the general ledger, and then we'll be followed by accounts payable, accounts receivable, cash management, fixed asset, and system admin training. So overall program is somewhere around 14 to 15 weeks that we can expect. So 1 week plus minus is something that we can expect as a part of this training program. Now, training objectives, also one of the very key points here, like especially from the freshers point of view, when they want to understand like what is the outcome or how we are going to take advantage of this training. So, especially from the freshers' point of view, who have just completed their graduation or post graduation, and now they are in position to start their career. So, this training program can be a starting point for starting your career in the IT sector, in the ERP domain, right? As well as this training will help you to enhance your knowledge and experience in the ERP domain, right? So normally what happens, like freshers will try to apply for the job as a fresher without any knowledge on the ERP domain or the product, and then they have this time period of like 3 to 5 months where the training will be provided by the organization, right? And then they'll be deployed on the project. But with this training program, we'll make sure that the training efforts which is spent by the organizations are very well taken care from our side only. And once you are out of this training program, once you're done with this training program, that means you are trained enough that you can directly work on the project, instead of again getting the training from the various organizations that you're booking for, right? So that is one of the advantage of this training program. Now, from the experienced person point of view, who are from the IT or non-IT background, so if they want to start their career in IT or in ERP domain, so that is where this training program will be helpful for you. And for the experienced consultants or students who already are working in the ERP platform only, but now they want to switch from their role to Oracle Fusion Financial, so that is where this program will be helpful for you guys. And as well as if someone is looking from upscaling themselves by learning the Oracle Fusion Financials, so that is also one of the objectives that can be achieved using this training program. Now, course features here. So what are we going to offer here? What are the other details of the course, and how we will be helping as a part of this program for various placement related assistance. So the overall course duration is somewhere around 2.5 months, right? As mentioned, plus minus 1 week or 1 or 2 weeks. So 70 plus hours of training will be provided as a part of this program, right? The timings that will be there for this training batch will be Monday to Friday, 7 to 8 a.m. IST morning, right? What we are going to offer. So each session, each training session that we are going to conduct here as a part of this training program will be recorded. So will be recorded and a lifetime access will be given to you guys for the recording, right? So later on also, if you want to refer any of the recording for the purpose of a practice, or you want to take a reference of any training session, so that is very well will be available to you guys on a lifetime basis. Now, at the same time, the access of a private and public cloud instance. So what happens is whenever you're doing a training, right? So we'll be doing the training in a practical way where we'll be implementing a project in a real-time application, right? Now, at the same time, for your practice, we will also be providing you access of two instances. One is the private instance, one is the public instance, and that access will remain for you guys for the next 5 months, right? Where you can practice your own sessions, you can implement your own project as an assignment, and you can learn various functionalities which are available in the application. And of course, with our assistance and with the help of the classes that will be organizing. Now, apart from this, you'll be having the access of Oracle repository for Oracle Fusion Financial. So what is this? So this repository contains all the documents related to Oracle Fusion modules, right? How it will be helpful? It will be helpful to help to understand the insights of the application from the theoretical point of view, how various functionalities work, what are the uh, details of or insights of the functionality, right? So using this repository, it will be helpful to understand the overall functionalities, and using the instance, you'll be able to learn how to implement those features, how to test those features, right? So these are the features that we'll be providing as a part of this course. Now, from the placement assistance side, what we are going to offer you, we'll be offering you one-to-one doubt assistance, right? Where any kind of doubt which arise, so we'll be having various platforms where you can raise your doubts during the session, offline also one-to-one. So those assistants will be available from our side. Real-time project assignments. So yes, the as a part of the program, we'll be assigning you some assignments where you'll be doing the real-time project assignments, as well as we'll be tracking the progress by taking continuous feedback, like whether you're able to follow, not able to follow, or how we can help you to effectively achieve the assignment or effectively complete the assignment. Then also as a part of the training program, we'll be helping you guys build up your resume, which is at par with these industry standards, keeping in mind the position of Oracle Fusion Financial Consultants. Then we'll be having dedicated sessions where we'll be helping you with the interview preparation, that how, as a fresher, especially for the fresher, how you can prepare for interviews, what is the expected questions, what are the answers that you can expect, so that it will help you to effectively prepare for the interviews, as well as this is something important. So we have tie up with various organizations uh, to whom will be referring you guys after the completion of the training, so that you can apply for the full-time job opportunities as well as the freelancing opportunities which are available in the market, right? So those kind of assistance is something which is made from our side. So we'll be sharing those opportunities, as well as we'll be also referring you guys from our side. Okay, then let's move to the next one. Now, there's just some quick overview of some of the job referrals that we have achieved. So in the past, uh, few months or past batches. So various students who are able to secure jobs based on the trainings that they have, programs that they have attended. So these are some of the quick reference here. Some Google feedbacks we have here. So very well available on our website also. And some of the references of the students who are placed in various organizations. So here we have our students working in Deloitte, Accenture, Evosys, TechPem, TCS, Capgemini. So these are some of the, like, including the big fours, we have some other organizations also where we have placed our students. We were able to place our students, and also using our referrals, the students were able to secure the jobs. So some of the quick examples here. Okay, so moving next is the course fees and the ongoing offers. So let me take a pause here. Let me check my admin team if they can pitch in here. All right, let me tell you about these details here. So the course fee and the early bid offer. So the online training course fee for this program is 25,000. That is the course fee, and we have something which is called early bird offer, which is valid for today, which is 22,999. So if you enroll now or maximum by today, then you can also avail this particular early bird offer. So our admin team is in the Zoom meeting, so they'll be reaching out to you guys for with the Google form so that you can enroll. So feel free to enroll and feel free to ask the questions if you have any here, right? And also, as I mentioned, that initially you'll be having the 5 month access. So additional 2 month access of the private server access will be provided if you enroll as a part of the early bird offer. So total 7 month access we'll be having for the instance or the Oracle application. So any question on this, then please feel free to chat with the admin team here. And let me move to the next part. So some of the FAQs, right? So some of these we have already covered. So where should I see myself after this training program? So yes, after this training program, you can very well apply for the job of Oracle Fusion Financial Consultant. And that is where you can look for the role of implementation consultant, support consultant, or as a testing consultant, right? And is this training program is only for the students with technical knowledge and qualification? So I have mentioned this earlier also. So without technical knowledge and qualification also, this program will be helpful for you because there is no coding which is required as such. So it's an application that we learn how to configure, we learn how to use in the front end. So that basically doesn't require any specific technical knowledge and qualification. Now, can I enroll this training program? So this was one of the very good questions which I was asked by the students. So can I enroll for this training program with little or no knowledge of accounting, right? So although accounting is a part of this training program because we are dealing with financials, accounting will be there, but it is not all about the accounting. Accounting is a part, right? Whereas there is other related aspects like configuration where there's no dependency accounting. But from the functional side, yes, the end result will be accounting. So even if you have little knowledge or no knowledge, still you can attend this training program to understand how the configuration aspect works, how the functional aspect works. And when it comes to the accounting, so that is where we have our specific notes and documents which will help you to understand how the accounting part works here. Okay, so some more questions here. Is this a practical based or theory based training program? So as I mentioned, more practical. So we can, if we want to split it, we can split it in a way 80-20, which is 80% practical and 20% theoretical. And one of the very key questions, will this training program help me in preparing the certification exam? So there are certification exams which are offered by Oracle University to get certified in various business modules, right? Financial modules. So is this training program helpful in if I want to prepare for the certification exam? So the answer is yes, because the current pattern of the certification exam is theoretical plus practical, and individually you have to pass both the sections, like practically also, where the instance has been provided along with some case scenarios will be given, and you should be able to configure the instance as per the business cases, right? So very well, the course has been designed in line for preparation with the certifications exam. So yes, this can also be one of the useful aspect of this training program. Then how much experience should I be sharing in my resume after this training program? So equivalent experience that you can expect out of this training program. So it's somewhere around 2.5 to 3 years of experience, that what you are going to learn as a fresher in an organization in next 2.5 to 3 years, that is something we are going to deliver as a part of this training, because the training is more based on the practical approach, what we actually offer to the business, how we actually implemented the application in the business, what are the key stages and all, right? So what you're actually going to deliver to the business, that is something we are going to discuss in detail in this program. So based on this, somewhere around 2.5 to 3 years experience you can consider as a part of this training program. Uh, the most important question: any standard pay package I should expect after successful completion of this training program? So basically, from the fresher side especially, so the expectation is like, how much should I expect? What are the industry standards for an Oracle set trained consultant? So that varies year to year, that is for sure, depending upon the industry condition. But currently, if I say that what is being offered to our consultants who have been recent placed, so you can expect somewhere between 5 to 8, based upon the experience, based upon how effectively you have completed the training, how effectively you're able to crack the interview, based on the knowledge that you gained from the training program. So that is where the standard pay package range I can say is somewhere between 5 to 8, right? But again, depending upon the region and a location, this may also vary. Now, these are some of the FAQs that normally we hear from the various students. So I have tried to mention it here. Now, go ahead if you have any questions here. So we can also take that here in this session. So our admin team has shared the link on the Google form. So feel free to download the link and uh, fill up your details for the enrollments and all. And any additional questions, queries that you have here, please feel free to put it in the chat or unmute yourself and ask the questions. Although I tried to cover the key questions that's normally being asked in the sessions, but still, yeah, any other questions, feel free to ask. And from the session perspective, this is the first demo session that we have done today. And again, we have another demo class, which is going to be tomorrow, right? And that in tomorrow's class, what we'll be doing, we'll be having a look and feel of the application, how the application looks like, what are the key insights of the application, and that is something we'll be covering in tomorrow's class. So the demo sessions will be there for tomorrow also. So two demo session, one today, and next one will be tomorrow. And the recordings of the session will be shared based on the enrollment. So go ahead, team, if you have any questions here.
Oracle purchasing also is covered in this or only?
Uh, so Oracle purchasing is a part of Oracle supply chain modules. So what we will be covering here is Oracle financial modules.
Because in the syllabus they share me, it's mentioned Oracle purchasing and one more uh, technical perspective also. Some modules are mentioned.
Okay, so from the technical perspective, we'll be learning how to configure the application, right? Or how to use the reporting tools. So that is something we'll be covering from the technical perspective. So basically the training is divided into two parts. One is the configuration part, that is the technical part, and one is the functional part, which is testing various functionalities. So in that context, we'll be doing it. And the modules that we'll be covering here is are these one. So these are the modules that we'll be covering as a part of the training plan.
Hmm. Like reporting tools, and that will be only overview or in depth. It will be like a
So here,
BI or
as a
some other
part of,
reporting.
yeah, so it will be an OTBI reporting tool that we'll be using, because the BI publisher tool is based on the SQL and all. So the OTBI doesn't
Hmm.
have that dependency. So OTBI reporting tool is something that we'll be using, as well as the predefined reports we'll be using, that how to use predefined reports. And uh,
So that OTBA in depth will be learned in this, no?
In depth
Or only
or
the
OTP
overview?
in depth will be
Because
will
in
be
your slide you mentioned overview. That's
okay. So overview from the perspective here, BI overview and OTBI. So OTBI in depth we'll be doing it because
it.
it's a tool made for users only. So yeah, we'll be doing it in depth.
And how about the session? Will be the interactive way or in this way, the same which you taught today?
So
Because
yeah,
the each session we will be asking the question not at the end of the session. That is the more concern about.
so normally
Because
what
whenever you're
happens is
teaching
yeah,
in each slide should be
correct,
asked the question whether it's clear, then we should move to the another session. Of the end of the training or at the end of the day means we will forget what are the question we going to ask.
correct.
So
So
it's
yeah,
recorded session we are listening, not like a live class.
right. So what happens is so on a daily basis we have a fix. We'll be having some fixed agenda that we'll be covering, and also the session will be recorded. So normally the practice that we follow here is all the topics that we'll be discussing that will be announced in the class right in the beginning that these are the topics that we are going to cover, and while discussing the topics if any queries that arise, right, so normally we prefer to raise those queries through chats, right, because yes, very well said, like we can forget at the end of the session. Now, the reason why I'm asking
Yes.
to mention in the chat is so that we maintain the sequence of the agenda. We are able to cover the agenda in time. And then what we do after end of the topic or after end of the session, we take care of all the questions, right? So specific to the topics, those when the questions are there in the chat, we'll take care of that. We'll answer that. So that is how.
Hmm. Hmm. And don't think much important because agenda is not more important than the questions we have in your mind.
But
Though
sure, that is
agenda will
doable.
be
Like,
there for the case,
yeah,
but the questions is the main. The it should be like class, not like that after the session you are asking or repeating. But
that
the
is doable.
each
Like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
So
That's thing I feel here. Even
correct.
when you're
So
doing the sliding all the thing, I was
right,
having some questions. But
right.
the end of this session, I forgot what question I was having.
Yeah. So that is where we follow this approach of mentioning the questions in the chat so that at the end of the session we can take one by one. So as and when you get any question, put it in the chat. We'll answer you once we are done with it. So, but anyways, the other approach is also I'm fine with
See,
that.
I tell you one more thing. Suppose in the when you're giving the training in the each
Mhm.
session, or if suppose some topic you're discussing, at that level itself, I've asked the question regarding the topic. So I may question some more questions based on that. Suppose you're given some answer, I may ask some more questions. But at the end
Yeah,
of the session, I will be cover only the question which I asked.
agree.
So that this way is not more interactive than the other.
So both the options are there, right? So the way
Yeah.
like at the end, what we my attempt is I can attempt is to deliver maximum knowledge on the product, right? And the way the approach in which you guys are comfortable, then I'm okay with that. That won't be an issue.
Hmm.
All right. Let me go through.
Hi, Abhishek.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, hi. Sorry, I was on mute. I was just reading one question in the chat. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, this is Chandra. This is
Mm-hmm.
Chandra Moli.
Yeah, hi.
Here, yeah, I have 23 years experience in finance role. So how I can fit in the is a over experience. Might be this is, and my age is 47. So in your experience, we can fit into the this if I want to switch over. So
Right.
is that
If
easy
yeah,
to fit?
mm-hmm. Yeah, I forgot
That's
your
what.
current role. If you can again mention that. Sorry, I missed that. So can you mention what is your current
Mm.
role, like in which product you are trained?
Accounting manager, finance and
Accounting manager.
finance, yeah, finance controller actually.
Correct. So the background is finance only, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Correct. Now, background is finance, so you know the key insights of the finance. Now, if you enroll to this program, what will happen? Like you now, based on this program or based on this training, you'll be able to gain knowledge on the Oracle Fusion financial modules. Correct.
So
So
my main aim is that only. Yeah. Okay,
yeah.
yes.
So
Now,
that is
is
something that you'll
apart
get.
from
Yeah.
that, if I want to try in the consultant role, is that easy or no? Is that very hard because you have 23 years of the domain experience? You are not fit like that. Anything is like that?
So the question is like based on my 23 years of experience now, I'm also getting training in Oracle Fusion Financial. So can I expect to be in the role of consultant? The answer is yes, right? Because the consulting industry is not like very age specific, to be honest, from my experience. Because thing is like what we are going to deliver to the business or what we have to offer to the business is something that is important, right? Age, I don't think that would be that important here. And especially the current rules that we have right now, we have remote opportunities also, we have the freelancing opportunities also, where various business organizations across the globe looking for Oracle Fusion consultants who can work remotely and provide their uh, share their experience. They can provide solutioning to various business requirements and all. So I think that won't be an issue. Like age, this 23 years of experience won't be an issue if you want to switch in the consultant role.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
All right. Another question. You're
Hello.
working. Yeah. Hi.
Yeah, Abhishek. This is Srinath.
Yeah.
So
Hi, Srinath.
I'm calling from US. So
Okay.
I did my master's and I would like to take this training, but may I know the opportunities, how it will be in the US? I
So
have
on the
experience.
yeah. Right.
Actually, I have experience into banking sector when
Okay.
I was in India, and I
Right.
came to US. I did my master's in information science, but my domain is completely into non-IT. So I was just thinking like how it will work. So
Got it.
any how the opportunities like that. Why? Because here more of the jobs are into IT, right?
Right.
So yeah.
So I'll again refer back one of the slides here, right? Especially for freshers who have done their graduations or post graduations. So these are the expected roles that you can see in the market which is available. So one is the functional consultant, technical consultant, and end users, right? Now, if you see from the US perspective, so all the big four companies, along with several other companies, mid-size and small size, who are actually implementing Oracle, right? So the job opportunities are very well available for functional and technical team there. So if you become a part of the functional and technical team, that means you'll be implementing Oracle for some other businesses, right? That is one of the options. Then also you have opportunities where you can work as an end user, right? So let's say, for example, you said like you have experience in banking, right? So there are many banking institutions or financial institutions who are actually working in Oracle, and they do hire time to time of as end users for working on various modules and various subject areas, right? So that can also be one of the opportunities where you directly work with the organization who are using the Oracle platform. But apart from this, the first two options are very well available for the trained consultants, where different companies hire based on for the purpose of implementation and various support projects, the Oracle consultant, right? And these are the various work
Okay.
profiles that you can expect, like implementation work profile for implementation of new application, support where you'll be providing support on the existing application, and even this testing or tester is also one of the very renowned profile nowadays, where companies hire just to test the implementation that they've done, whether it's fine or not, or if as per the business standard or not. So that these kind of opportunities you can expect.
Okay. And I have one more question. Like here for marketing profiles, they keep around minimum 6 to 6 years of experience.
Hmm.
So can I manage by keeping 6 years of experience without having prior knowledge? I mean, only with this training.
Now, this like how to prepare the resume or what kind of experience should I mention in the resume? That is kind of separate discussion that we can have. But as I mentioned in this session, only like what in real time, what is the actual experience that you can count off? So your experience based on this training will be somewhere equivalent to 2.5 to 3 years of experience in comparison to the consultant who is working on in the Oracle technology, Oracle Fusion, right? So if you compare with that, somewhere around 2.5 to 3 years is something that upfront you can expect. Now, if you want to go more with that, that depends how effectively you have done the training or how you have prepared for the interviews and all. So that again depends on that part.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Abhishek. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, let me take one quick question which is there in the chat. So the question is, I'm working as a PeopleSoft engineer. Is it good to upskill? My experience with PeopleSoft is for 6 years. Yes. So as I mentioned, that even for the laterals or the experienced consultant who want to switch from one technology to another or one subject area to another, right? So the course has been designed in a way where you can learn and upskill yourself. And this time, if you have already worked in PeopleSoft and now we want to again switch to Oracle Fusion Financials, so yes, the course has been designed in a way where you can upskill, you can gain knowledge, and based on that, you can apply for the jobs in the stream of Oracle Fusion Financials also. So the answer is yes.
Abhishek,
Yeah, please go ahead.
are you going to cover the conversion?
Conversion. Okay, if you can give me specific context, conversion in which specific module?
Like from others applications to Oracle applications?
Kind of integration, you mean to say?
Yeah.
Uh, Integration with other applications won't be covered as a part of this training program because integration is altogether a separate topic. Separate topic means separate subject area, which is more of technical side. Whereas this course has been designed to cover the financial modules, right? So all the inbuilt integration between various financial modules is something that we'll be discussing. But any integration with the third party system is something we won't be able to do because that is something which is technical, pure technical. And however, the discussions, time to time discussions, will be done based on the various business scenarios that we do in normally day to day business. So those overview and discussions will happen, but not actual integration.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
You mentioned that Oracle technical also in this role, Oracle functional and Oracle technical.
Technical from the configuration point of view, like how you can perform the various configurations.
Configuration comes under the functional only, no?
So here
As a
from the
functional
function,
consultant, the person should be able to configure. That is only the
so two things,
using is
yeah.
the end user.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
go
let's
ahead.
consider in that way then. So functional team and technical team, what our understanding in that case is functional team means from the functional side, how to work in the front end, from the technical side, how to configure the application, as well as like how to build reports using the OTBI reporting tool. That's what I mean to say.
Correct. Normally, the setups and all the things will comes under the functional, like configuration, and technical, like report or any customization will comes under technical.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Hmm. And it's talking about the conversion, that is at the time of implementation. Conversion is different and the integration is different. Integration is the daily data from one third party to the Oracle is the integration. Conversion and one-time data loading from the third party to the Oracle only one time at the time of implementation, that is conversion.
Kind of data migration that you're talking about?
Yeah, data migration is the
Okay.
conversion and one time, not regular basis. Like daily data is coming from third party to the Oracle, that is integration.
Right.
But it's not the third party. Third party, you are closing the application which are legacy and moving to
Right.
the fusion. That is conversion.
Right. Right. So if you're talking from the data migration perspective, yes, some of the data migration perspective elements that we will be covering as a part of this training program. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Team, if we have any more questions, let me check into the chat also. So no questions as such. Okay. Now, if you don't have any questions for now, no issues. What you can do, you can also connect with us through our WhatsApp number. So it's mentioned here in the slide. So you can take this number. This is the admin team number. Any queries related to this course, you can put there. So our admin team will get in touch. We'll try to resolve it ASAP. And then in tomorrow's session, we'll look into the application, how the application looks like, what are the basic navigations, what are the key insights, and from there, we'll continue with the regular sessions. Okay, so if there are no more questions, we can stop the recording also here.